What drives you to excel in your area of expertise, web development or information technology?
Well, I think I've loved technology since I was a kid. You know, I've started playing with computers when I was young, and then that drove into a love of the internet and just, you know, tinkering and playing with it. But today, I think it's more about, you know, there's a drive around culture and what drives people, and there's a lot more of a people element since I don't really program or do the work anymore. So there's just this. I have a business coach actually, and earlier this year, I've coached with him for 4 years.
Wow.
And earlier this year, we were talking about something, and he said, "Taylor, I think I figured it out. You have a chip on your shoulder where you want to prove that, you know, a guy who didn't graduate college from Kentucky can make it, you know, on a larger stage." And he's probably at least somewhat right there.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Did you ever envision, you know, in '06 things were a lot different on the technology landscape, but these things, smartphones and the advent of social media and how it's basically become every day in our culture or a part of every person's life, really can't get around it. What are your thoughts on that? How has that impacted you as a web developer and as a IT expert, I guess? What are your...
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a big push today for mobile first, and that's only going to increase. You nailed two big pieces. So you have mobile and the rise of smartphones, and then you have social media, and those two are related in a lot of ways. You know, in the early days of Facebook and MySpace and all the other social networks, everybody did them on computers.
Right.
So the photos, those were much more text-driven social networks, because if you were on your desktop computer, it was really clumsy to take photos and then put them on a computer and then upload them to MySpace. It was a nightmare. So people didn't do it, right? So it was difficult to get photos up there. And really with the rise in 2007 of the iPhone, a lot of that changed. Yeah. So you know, I'd see those as related. But yes, today it's
instantaneous.
Very
almost
different.
You could take it, flip it, and send it.
Yeah.
Off it went.
You know, and sometimes it happens without your knowledge.
Well, there is that. There is that. I know all about that, but that's another story.